You know who's got me? Genetics.
Lenny. Can I get you,
Long live.
can I get you over in the middle and ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
Come on over.
Jet.
What's more valuable to you? Someone gone or someone on your side?
I think that if I did try to fuck with things and get her to crack or whatever, everyone would see me doing that, and then they would think I'm awful, which I don't know if they already think that anyway, but I think this is a chance maybe to show them that I'm not so awful. I mean, I don't know why they think that anyway, but it's all Daniel's fault. It's all his fault. Anyway, but yeah, I just want it to be a fun time for everyone. And didn't you tell me to focus on getting Vance out?
Yeah, are you working with Lance on that?
Yeah, but he seems like he doesn't know anything. He's not really doing anything.
He was freshly cloned, so I think that his brain is mostly empty. And as far as ideas and thinking and doing things, he's going to be a little behind, just simply because he's just barely a person.
So I have to give him orders?
Or you could implant ideas into his head. Just think of how he's literally just. Imagine if
is he actually
Vance,
a clone, Jack?
Imagine if Vance was born 24 years old. He just came out of a vagina. He's genetically Vance. He has all of his mannerisms, but his head is empty, and he doesn't know what's happening around him. So, things that work on Vance will work on Lance. If you want to push him to come up with ideas, strategize, and get Vance out. Maybe the powers you have with this challenge could be used to fuck with Vance and get him out and let Lance take over his life.
The thing is that Sylvia already doesn't like Lance, and she loves Vance.
Why doesn't Sylvia like Lance?
Because she said that she thinks he's here to replace Vance and that he thinks he's better than him. And she's also she loves Vance. She loves him.
The thing is, Lance is literally mathematically better than Vance.
Oh, okay. He's a
tall.
superior human.
Yeah, he's just taller and stronger and smarter. It's just his head needs to be filled with things. He's just kind of this is Vance. Mm-hmm. All right, it's and that's Lance. Okay, this one is missing drawers, but it's full of Vance pills and egg and ham gas station sandwich and deodorant and Sharpie markers. But it's missing drawers and it's busted and it's imperfect and it'll never be really worth anything. And that's Lance. That is a completely empty bedside table. Mm-hmm. It has nothing of value inside. But the framework is not busted. It's not missing drawers. And it basically just came from IKEA. So think of that how you will. However you want to strategize that. I guess if you don't want to get Vance out,
I still like Vance more than Lance, but you guys said
you can build
10 fish bucks somewhere.
10 fish bucks is a lot of fish bucks. If you get Vance out, you get 10 fish bucks. This fucking table here, Lance, could be a good ally. Because you and Vance may have history, and Vance may know things about you that Lance doesn't. So if you rebuild Lance from the ground up, you get to basically customize your own ally. Not only do you get 10 fish bucks, but you have a subservient, brainwashed soldier ready to fight for you.
But he has to be likable to everyone else, and someone who is just freshly cloned seems a bit uncanny to everyone.
Do you think he's making people uncomfortable?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's uncanny, and he hasn't said anything about himself. All he does is say, yeah.
Yeah.
And no one knows anything about him. The way to make people comfortable is to be open and stuff, and
Yeah. It's up to you. If you don't want 10 fish bucks, then
I do want 10 fish.
then fucking get them out of here. Okay?
Can you, what?
We asked you to be the hitman in this situation because we know you're ruthless and smart and you're a tactical thinker. If I had to breach and clear any house,
Letting law number 2, never put much trust in friends. Learn to use enemies.
the Letty laws, the 48 laws of Letty.
Well, the
What?
thing is that if I think Sylvia, she's not really an enemy, but we got into that fight. But the thing for that is that she loves Vance. She's never going to go against him. Then Daniel, I don't think he would work with me no matter what, but he might work with Lance. But also, I don't think he cares about the game that much.
These are all things to consider, Letty. At the end of the day, if you don't want the 10 fish buck bounty, then you can keep your head down and play games as if Lance isn't even here. And I think given enough time without stimulation or direction, he might just fall down and die, frankly.
No, I do want to use Lance for that, but I'm also thinking about how to get people to vote for me for immunity for the next challenge.
Yeah. Have you heard any talk about anyone talking about immunity?
No, I've only talked about it to Vance, and I was thinking about talking about it to Simon and Josie and try and convince them to vote for me.
Simon doesn't have a vote because he's a freeloader.
Oh, really? He doesn't have a vote?
Do you know what a freeloader is?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Someone who, like, takes all the shit for free.
But they're not eligible for the grand prize.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah.
he was.
No. That would be incredibly unfair if new people added in who spent less time and put less work in than you were eligible for the grand prize. He's not.
So only the people who have been here from the start can vote for immunity.
Yeah. In elimination challenges, you guys are the only participants. Freeloaders like Lance and Simon,
Okay.
they take up space. They fucking will maybe sleep on your bed and eat your food. And they can compete when there's fish bucks at play, and they can take fish bucks from challenges, but they can't. They're not final contenders in the game.
Okay, so then maybe I'll just talk to Josie and try and get her to vote for me.
Maybe however you want to play that. But in summary,
I'll talk to Sylvia too. Talk to Sylvia and Josie.
so just for the audience, your idea going forward is, and let me just summarize this. How you're playing this camp counselor thing is you're probably going to try and play it straight with Sylvia.
Yeah.
Earn some credit and do it right, and give everyone some evidence that you're not a bad person and you're not to be hated.
Yeah, and I'm
Increase
not out
your-
to get them.
Increase your social credit score.
Yes.
Well, why were you being a tyrant yesterday?
It was fun.
Okay, because you gave a confessional that said you were so happy that you had power that you were shaking.
Yeah.
Was that true? I mean, you already said it once. What's the pain in saying it
Yeah.
twice? Okay. Is that going to be hard to pull down, like that thrill of power?
Yeah, it's really hard because I just want to take all of Daniel's water away again, but gotta blend in with the crowd, you know.
Okay. So you're going to try not to be Machiavellian, even though that's your nature.
Yeah.
And you're going to play it pretty straight. You're going to speak to Josie and who about immunity?
And Sylvia, but not tonight. Maybe like tomorrow.
Okay.
Because
I would do that
first-
sooner rather than later. The next announcement about immunity is coming up.
Okay. Yeah, talk to them too about it, and then with Lance, I'll try to give him stuff. Can you give Lance this note, please?
No, I can't.
You can't?
No, I can't play for you. I can ask you about what your thoughts are, and I can give ideas to certain people as long as I'm giving the ideas fairly. But I can't make any physical actions that will impact the game. So I can't be your messenger now.
Okay.
That's up to you to do that. Is that a note full of like evil plans or something?
Yeah, it has an evil plan on it.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. Can I read it?
I
Can
can
you
read
give that
it
to
to you.
Can I read it? Me?
Yeah, you can read it. I already gave him one. This is another one I
Did he
wrote.
lose it because he doesn't know what's going on?
Did he lose it?
Can I just read it?
What all got ripped?
Okay, never mind. This is taking too long. I'm gonna keep it moving here.
Oh, I can. You can read it. Okay.
Pretty good. Good luck. Alright, I'm about to speak to Sylvia about her plans as a camp counselor too. Yeah, just have a seat right there. Alright, so, Sylvia, I got it.
Alright.
Just have a seat. Sylvia, I just spoke to Letty about her. I'm going to start doing this more often, you know how we do confessionals in the basement? I'm going to do kind of mini interviews that the audience can hear too, just because I think that they don't always have a chance to see what you're thinking alone without other people around. So I'm just going to ask you some questions. Sylvia, you and Letty are co-camp counselors for this challenge, and all decisions have to be run by both of you, and they have to be double verified.
Okay.
How, with everything that's going on, the fight that you guys had yesterday, and the tension that's been brewing between you and Letty, what's your head state? How are you going to play in this challenge now that you and Letty are teammates?
I think, I'm just going to ask the campers for their opinions and stuff, like things they want to do, like ideas they have, because, like Josie just had a really good idea about, like, we all have a fortune cookie and we open it up down there and, like, read our fortune, and then, so yeah, just, like, communicating with them more and not just, like, applying orders, but asking them also, do you have any ideas? How do you feel about this?
Okay.
Like I asked them like earlier, just now actually, like how do you guys feel about like the sleeping arrangements?
Yeah.
Just like trying to get feedback, because like if someone's not happy, then I want to find that out. That way I can fix it.
Okay.
So basically, I'm
That's-
just trying to show like, not really a performer, but just show like that I am like,
A good leader.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like your angle is more democratic and egalitarian, and that's admirable because those are the things we as a company believe in. We believe in egalitarian values and fair democracy, social democracy, stuff like that. So that's very cool.
Because you saw they were not vibing with that.
Yeah.
Like with all the just orders and stuff.
It seems like so Letty's angle in the prior day was to be kind of like a psychopathic, like she Hitler. And
Yeah.
and maybe that didn't fly over well, and that is the reason we had to extend this camp. So,
Yeah, and it wasn't fun. Like, we had to revolt,
Yeah. So your angle, are you planning to work with Letty pretty fairly? Are you going to listen to her stuff and really work as a team, or do you have any plans to usurp or kind of navigate around her if she's being difficult?
Yeah, I've kind of already been doing that.
I see.
She just keeps running off, and
Yeah.
you gotta watch over the campers and make sure they're happy.
Yeah.
Because if they're not happy, then they're gonna do shit like that.
Okay. I think the biggest person giving Letty trouble in the prior days challenge was Daniel. And then second place would be you. But Daniel hates Letty's guts. I think he wants to see her probably burn alive and die.
Yeah, he said something downstairs.
Yeah. With two people that hate each other that much, how are you going to try and influence Daniel to be a more reasonable camper?
Yeah, I think I'm already kind of doing that. He's pretty happy camper right now.
Yeah.
We just ate dinner. I already hid the bottle and the buzz balls.
Nice.
Because Simon already tried to grab one right in front of me.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
he has
I'm
two.
optimistic right now. I'm not really fucking with that.
I want one. Right.
Hey,
And if
I don't have that. It has to be approved approved.
Yeah, you gotta ask.
If I'm on the women's team, is this
No,
the
this is for the camp counselors to give out. This is
Come
for
on,
the
Simon.
I missed
challenge.
that part.
You can't. Yeah, he literally said you can't like come up and grab this.
That's what I was trying to
Distribute
Who,
As
well,
far as-
can I get one?
So,
Yeah.
I can get one? I'll get one.
Well, no, I didn't say yes. Don't you already have a drink right now?
That's one of those.
Already, like.
Yeah, Simon is drunk as shit, and I think he's an alcoholic. Okay, moving on.
So is Scott gonna stay here? Because I gotta figure out like the bed stuff, like the camping stuff.
I'll check in with Scott. I think he might have pretended to lose his keys to stay and hang out. That's my suspicion. I think he hid his keys from himself, and I think he wants to talk to Letty.
About what?
You know, just chatting and just seeing, just about life and stuff. That's neither here nor there. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, so Daniel is causing a problem as far as yesterday went, and now Daniel is going to probably be a little more reasonable now that you have a position of power too. Do you expect any sort of revolt similar to yesterday? Or do
I
you-
don't really think so because I'm being pretty reasonable with them.
Okay.
Not really like denying them stuff. Like I just had to deny Simon that because like he, you know.
Yeah, he's a drunk psycho. All right. Trying to think what else here. Oh yeah, I just curious for your own mind and how, you know, I just want the viewers to understand how you're feeling with this challenge. What's the hardest part about the Happy Camper Challenge? Is it all having to sleep on the floor? Is it the porta potty? Is it, what would it be?
I think it might be TTS because they're like they'll just get in people's heads and then like they'll
Yeah,
like they did yesterday.
yeah,
The revolt stuff. And yeah, they're kind of getting Simon's head right now. I was like talking back to him,
yeah,
and that just eggs him on.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I did have like a kind of moment of weakness because it was just like back and forth last night.
Hmm.
So it was like pretty annoying and just like getting told the same thing. It's like, can we find something
Yeah,
more, you know? Like I've heard the things they say about you, you know, so it's just like, I know you kind of understand how I feel. And I'm also gonna try to see the Lance situation because it's just like kind of weird, like not even really talking about himself. He's just like
Yeah.
mimicking Vance. Like I understand like that's why he's here, but like he's obviously like, trying to take his spot.
Do you think Lance is trying to take Vance's spot
Yeah,
to replace him?
yeah.
I tried to speak to him about what his goals were here,
And you
and
just say yeah,
he was like,
nice. Yeah.
"Yeah, I don't know."
And this? Mhm.
He was doing a lot of that, and it was kind of hard to break through with him. So you don't trust him; you hate him.
I
basically.
don't hate him. I just don't trust him.
Yeah. You like the real Vance better than Lance.
Yeah, he's my roommate.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm also trying to factor with that and do those two things once.
Do you think Lance is going to cause any troubles being an unruly camper, or do you think that if you could
I
just,
think, yeah, kind of, because, sorry to interrupt you, because I asked, like, because Vance was up here,
yeah,
and so I'm like, yeah, someone needs to clean,
Mhm.
like, and I'm like, you're apparently Vance, so clean, you won't do that.
maybe if you asked Vance to clean and he saw Vance cleaning, then Lance would.
You just saw Vance cleaning her.
Oh,
Didn't do it.
okay. Do you think that Lance is just a better version of Vance because he's taller and bigger and smarter? You like the actual Vance?
Yeah,
Okay.
because, like, he's just pretending like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He was only just mimicking, like, just repeating the things he says.
Okay, my last question actually for you, Sylvia. How are you planning to get this fucking Lance freak out of here? Because I think he's imitating Vance and maybe he's hanging around him, but is he really Team Vance? Is he actually Vance-filled? I think, I mean,
Well,
he's trying to replace Vance.
yeah, and I told him, like, well, when he came in here, I'm like, because I was just stuck in a room with him and I don't want to leave him immediately.
Yeah.
So rude. So I was just like, hey, yeah, Vance does his little daily Vance pills, and he's like, oh, do, or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I asked him, like, did you even bring your own clothes, or just ship Vance wears? He's like, mine are better, or whatever the fuck. So he just thinks in his head that he's better than Vance.
Yeah.
He's been dropping little hints like, oh, I'm better, oh, I do it better, I win. You know, so it's just like he's full of himself, he's cocky. I think he was just like dick riding him hella, and it's like a weird vibe. And he keeps looking at me, and I'm like, bro, like, I don't know.
Maybe he wants to be friends with you because Vance is friends with you.
Maybe, but I don't really know what we talk about because he doesn't really.
Yeah.
Because I asked him like, who's your favorite synth pop artist? Which Vance would say John Moss. Yeah. But fake Vance said me. That's not what real Vance would say. So.
Yeah.
And I said that. So. Yeah. And kind of dropped in hints of doubt in his head very slowly.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be enough to make him crack. I think his head is mostly empty, and he's just kind of a shell of a human. I mean, when I look at Lance, I just think, okay, genetically, he is Vance, but it's like he was born literally yesterday. He was born a 24-year-old with no knowledge in his head, so... I don't know, maybe not we, but maybe you should take empathy on him, or maybe you should just fucking finish him off. I don't know.
I think he's a threat against the real Vance, so we gotta...
Yeah. True. Well, however you want to play that, I wish you luck. That's it. I just wanted you viewers to know what you were thinking. I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you, Jeff.